I never thought open the business in Canada is not easy. Not easy at all. Not just because I don't understand how, what first step, second step, third step. It's more than just how to open, organize, shopping, call your customer. It's not just like that. This is the first experience I have my own business in my own sales name, and I'm so proud of it. But I have issue with our neighbor, my business neighbor. It's next door. He sells some food, falafel, that's what they call. And I have issue with the parking lot claim that it belong to him. What is it? I like to share about this because I know have a lot of female or male that when we try to do our own business, it's somehow we always have to face something that we don't want it happen, especially with neighbor. What about my story today? Yes, last time I mentioned that he claimed that the back of my studio or the back of my complex, that the parking lot is belong to him. And I asking him about his landlord telephone number, and he said he doesn't have one. He tried to play game and harassing me and to make me feel scared, something like that. But not with me. I have been scared so many levels, but this is nothing. I just speak it back that if you don't think you have it, that's okay. I will talk to my landlord. And I do believe my landlord, he will know who's speaking with at your side. And he kind of screaming and yelling and shouting all kind of words supposed not to be say to a female, as I don't say anything. He just have a bad day himself. I look at him and I just walk away and back to my business. Until that day, I have one client to book to do a pedicure, take care about his foot. Actually, he's my young driver teacher, by the way. And he kind of become friend of me after that. And he like to come and see it and checking my spa house ago. And he come to get the service done. And then this guy, my neighbor, because at the front of my spa business, I have two level of door. First door and the second door. I'm glad that I have that two doors still separating. The first door, it pretty much, if some client just come in early and they get wet, and then they can wait in between that, let the dry, and they can get into the second door. That is to get into to the spa. But that day somehow, I have no staff working me, or even I have the working at the below, and I am the only one work on top of the level floor, the main floor, to give a pedicure done. And this neighbor come yelling, punching my window, pulling my door, because I have been parking my car on my parking lot. And then he been upset that he cannot park his car at the back of our property. Because that time at the front of main road, they not allow you to parking the car after certain time, maybe after 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, I cannot remember. But I remember very well when he come at the front of my spa, shouting, yelling, screaming, swear, until my client become my friend. He had to stand up, walk toward, and asking him, what's wrong with you? But of course, he does not open the window or the door because they can hear what he talking. And he's screaming at him. that it's not your business. You don't have to do anything. This lady, she take a parking lot, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just stand and listen like a crazy man at the front of my window until he have enough. He go back to the business, go back to his restaurant. And then my client, he come back to get his service done until he pay the bill. And then in like a 15 minutes, he come back to my store, to my spa, that he say, this is a number. This is a police station across your spa. If something happen, especially like this, it's not safe for you. Especially my spa, we have only female work in here. He recommend me to just cross over and to report to the police. And it will be better if I have picture or record when he come in and harassing me. In that time, I don't have the phone like this day that I can record the voice, but I have a camera. I take a photo all the time whenever he parking his car on my parking lot. I know this is kind of bizarre that I never thought I had to face this kind of issue or problem with neighbor, just a parking lot. I take all the photo until I got the phone number from my client. I got that, and I will keep in mind that if something happen, I might have to cross over to the police station and report how he reaction to my spa business, especially at the front end spa is a lot of female. My client, it gets disturbed or peacefulness in my business. Until the next day, I pulling my car slowly, and I'm glad that I did not in a rush because they have the curb. When you go up, you have to slow. I found the piece of wood with the nail point upward. If I ran to parking my own parking lot too fast, this nail will be poking on my thigh, in my thigh. I will lose another money or get danger. Until I come out and I see this piece of wood match with the old cabinet beside his parking lot that he built to become a patio already. And yes, I don't say anything. I just tell myself, thank God, you take your time, lucky you. Have a good day today. I don't try to take negative every day of my life because I have so much stress out already from I have to dig the hole, building the new door in the basement. I have to find a plumber to set up my water sprinkler, right? Water sprinkles or sprinkle water for the building. I still have that issue. I throw the piece of wood back to where they should belong until my landlord coming in. And then he asked me to go at the back, and then he called him to join us at the back. And my landlord, he very nice. He tried to explain to him that this is parking lot for her, not belong to you, because she leases her property. She have allowed to parking 2 car here. But when the person they know they do something wrong, they always try to get away to find a way that they are right. And male talking, I'm just keep myself quiet. I always like to listen what he tried to say, and I will be talk to my landlord later. And he said, oh, this lady, she took in my parking lot, la la la. And I just listen. And my landlord, he said, how you gonna parking your car? Because even one motorcycle, you cannot even park it here. Maybe bicycle. And he kind of get away with, well, she's so bitchy, she's so nasty. I just wonder, what did I do? And then he's so upset. He said, this is Canada. This is a free country. We can do whatever we want. And I looking my landlord and we look each another and we say, you have a good day. And my landlord follow me. in my spa business. And he warning me that try to leave him alone. Try to leave him alone. Don't bother. I will call his landlord to mention about the parking lot. He not allowed to park in your spot. You pay for that. I say, thank God. You're gonna call and contact the landlord. In the same day, I can feel that I don't like to do business and run business with the feeling fear. I have some spare time and everyone just do their work and I have a time to just cross over. I just kind of curious that if I have to report the police or what police gonna give me some idea, what should I do with this crazy neighbor? How should I prevent this cause damage? I cross it over. I have the camera with the picture, everything, and I show with the one of gentleman in the police station, and I told him story, everything, that I belong, I have right to park my parking lot, but my neighbor, he claimed that he have right to park in my parking lot, but he kind of played the game mind that he say he don't have any landlord. The police gentleman, he said, well, maybe you do business, you try to get along. I say, sir, I try to get along to not get involved with whatever he have. But he kind very scary me, very aggressive to me, yelling, shouting, he employee. I think he have the mental issue. Not long finished my story. He's follow me, this crazy man, follow me in the police station on Islington and Lakeshore, if you like to know. And then he keep pointing finger to my face when I have talk with the policeman. And he start the same attitude. This woman, she's lied to you. This woman, don't believe her. This woman, I kind of stand there and quiet myself. And police say, hold on, sir. What you doing? What you try to tell? What you try? Calm down. And I kind of quiet. I don't want to say anything because it have no point to argument with the person so aggressive like that. When you face the people have this kind of attitude and very aggressive, like try to calm. I'm very calm because I know that I already report to the policeman that what happened. Until the police listen his story. And he turned around to me. Do you have a picture? Yes, sir. Show him this is your parking. I already did. But he still keeps saying that it belongs to him. And my landlord already explained to him as well. And he thinks it still belongs to him. What should we do here, sir? I asked the policeman. But, of course, the right thing is the right thing. The policeman told him that you should not park in her parking lot. And she said that her landlord already explained to you, this is not belong to you, sir. You should not have right to parking on her parking lot, period. And then he tried to raising the voice to the policeman. I kind of like it. It's like a father and son. The policeman point the finger. Oh my God, I just talked to myself. I never thought my life have to face the fear and funny in the same time to see a man act like a boy like this. Anyway, after that, of course, he never come across to parking his car on my parking lot again because the police give him warning already that if something this happen again, you might be get the fine and maybe go to the court. If you like to go that far, she can sue you. Of course, I don't want to go beyond because when we run the business, we have our own self problem already or issue to how to run the business. And especially my business, I'm just open there. And I do believe he business as well as a restaurant. Even I told my employee that, guy, if someone like to try to eat his food, go ahead. But I don't think it tastes good because good chef, the apron always have to be clean. But his apron is all dirty and smell food doesn't smell healthy to me. Please, you can buy your food, you have your lunch, but don't bring into the spa. You have to go eat at the back door or eat at his restaurant. I don't mind. That's what I told my employee. Doesn't mean I block whoever because it's not my right to tell you what to eat and what to buy. I just make sure that the food that have a lot of spice doesn't get into my spa, and just warning them because I am a personal chef. I'm a chef student as well. The performing as a chef, good food, apron and shirt have to be clean, not just messy, nasty looking all the time that present how food should be taste like, dirty. Anyway, that's just a part of why I have to walk crossover to get help from the police station. Because when you run business, you meet all these awful neighbor like this. I don't want to live with fear, or you should not live with fear either, because you do your thing, you run your spa, you run business. But if your neighbor cannot clear with you, you have to find in middle term by use a landlord. I don't know, everyone have their own different issue, right? But for me, it's about my parking lot. And now, what happening with my basement and the water sprinkle? What will happen after that? What I come up with the decision of my spa business. If I have to renovation the basement by breaking the wall, put the new door, put the new stair to make the emergency exit, I have to find another financial for 30,000 because I asked my constructor come and estimate the price for me, how much it would be cost and how long it's gonna take. I come to the close around 30,000 and take at least maybe 2 or 3 months. Well, if you like to know what I have to design, follow me and I see you next time. Thank you again. Nice to meet you. Welcome back, and please give me some comment that I do the right thing. And do you ever have experience with inspector come and told you to do with digging the hole and pay another 30,000 to building the emergency door like this? If you in my position, what you will do? But if you like to know what would I do, I see you next time. Bye for now. Ciao.